Hey everybody, my name is Denson from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and today I'll be doing a review about Texit and Texit mining. I don't do reviews a lot, so this is kind of new, a little strange, but I do think it's something that is worth sharing. And then I'll just tell you a little about my experience. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Went to Marquette University, got my degree in environmental engineering. Current profession is in construction, specifically electrician. Also entrepreneur at heart, so have been a part of many projects, even crypto projects, dating back to the start of Cardano and XRP, and really getting involved when staking was getting going. So I've definitely been versed in it. I know the power of crypto. I know what the use is. I also know what the risks are. So, of course, not everything always pans out to how you will in the end, but you know each lesson is something new that you can learn to you know make more informed decisions in the future. Right. um so Texit itself was brought to me by close, actually, my uncle, and which is really strange because my uncle is more seasoned, well more seasoned than I am, and he usually doesn't come with crypto plays. And so that originally got my interest. Like, okay, well, let me check to see what Unc is into, because you know I don't want him being taken advantage of, or any of that stuff. And he's a savvy guy, and he knows, but this is something that he was doubling down on. Was telling me more and more about it. So finally, okay, all right, let me gather some information. Got on one of the calls. Also did my own research, because you got to do your own research. And what I seen was things that was typical of like early Cardano. Right, and then, we were in Cardano in 0.000, in the sense. And to me, it has a couple of core things. It has the personnel, like the founder and the people who are behind it are of coins that we already know. Okay. So that helps with the validity of the project. They have visibility. You go in Texas, you see Texit. They're sponsoring events. They have billboards. They're building. Um, that's important, because, and even their county fairs are transacted through Texit Coin. So a few examples, but you know you have to see instances of the coin being used in real time. That's how you gain attraction. That's how it gains popularity and grow in value. Um, so okay, cool. You can see the coin. Who created it. You can see the value. It's not being publicly traded on the heavy markets, which is not necessarily a bad thing right now, because it's essentially pre-market trading. And catch something when it's low, but before it officially catches on. I think everybody knows how that goes. You catch it early, you have good payoffs. So this is still that time for Tesla. Last time I checked, it was around like $3.50. I've but so I want to mention something else that was kind of like um, a cheat code or up on game, and it was the mining aspect. Never in any crypto project have I been involved in where someone can get involved in mining the coin. So mining the coin is basically getting paid off transactions. If I send Texas coin to my mom, there's that fee. It's getting paid off those kind of fees, but to help facilitate and push the coin, right? So that's the type of things where you'll receive coins, whether the coin is doing good or doing bad, or going, or rising in value or depreciating in value. you're still gaining coins, which, everything rises. If you trade stocks, if you have traded foreign exchange or your cryptos or anything, we all know about the fluctuations. But being able to gain that token, even through the fluctuations, it makes a lot of sense, because right now it's at $3 and it's been projected to go to like 13 to 15 around February. We'll see. Today is December 8th. But having coins that then start to accumulate to that kind of size is significant. And especially it's a coin generating machine, so it's just generating coins for you daily. So I've been in for, I think it's been about a month, about 30 days. I think I got in on the fourth or the fifth. I just looked recently. But what's important is I already have 15 coins. 30 days in, 15 coins. So that's about like half a coin a day. And one-time payment. One of mine was $1,000, which I've gotten in other projects before, and ultimately that's not that bad. And especially for something that, and these are all the things that they say, it'll be valid for the next 136 years, where I will still be able to, transact my coin every day. Kind of like a win-win. I've spent money in other places, other investments, and haven't got daily payouts. So that's been good. So, something to look at. But it's also something that's growing in value every day. So it's kind of keeps you going in the back of my mind, thinking like, okay, well, I know if I did anything today, I got half a coin. So that's been the interesting part about it. The community's good too, of course. But the research is holding up, and that's what's most important to me. Like, I have a science background, so everything is backed by, research and engineering and data. So being able to find that data readily available, in a project this young, and be able to mine the coin as well, I think is a leap for checking out. And every day I'm still getting coins, so time is of the essence. They're The goal is to reach 1 million miners, and they're not selling any more miners. I'm not talking about buying the crypto. I'm talking about mining specifically. So they're supposed to get to 1 million miners, and once they do that, then they'll shut off the mining process. So it is an interesting time. We're right now at about 25% of the way in. So we'll see how these next couple of months shake out. It's only gonna take a few. It's only took a few so far. And yeah, so Jadati Denson, that's my review. But I want to do more as this thing unfolds, because I think it's something that's very interesting and you should take a look at.